I haven't been on here in a long time because I've been very ill. It's the reason I'm showing you my little pond instead of my poor face that has been riddled with illness, but that's not why I'm coming on here today. I wanted to reach out to people. You know, the more I watch the news and the more I watch YouTube even, it's just, there's so much information and it's so much stuff that's just not good. I believe anybody who's one of my subscribers knows that I definitely believe that there's a God. I know that God spoke to me in my heart about 2 years ago. And in that experience, he let me know that people that were committing crimes against humanity were going to be exposed, that he was coming after them, and that it was going to be hard. I don't know about anybody else, but I've been having my heart broken almost daily. Today, it's the Social Security Administration. The fact that over $3 billion a month is sent out to people that aren't alive, that are over 120 years old, that aren't even alive in our country. It's just, the corruption's so deep. We're all struggling. And where's all this money going? Please let me know how you feel about that. The Trump derangement. I'm going to be honest. I wasn't really a big Trump fan. But this last time, there was no way that I could have ever seen myself sleeping at night going through another 4 years of what we just went through. It was so against God that it's not, I don't care what anybody says, it was against God. The whole thing was. And it caused so much division in our country. It makes me cry sometimes. It really does. But, the people that we loved getting caught up in the Jeffrey Epstein and now the Diddy stuff. And there's these two twin millionaires in Florida that they're going after for the same stuff. Stuff that, nightmares are made of. Stuff that you wouldn't even see in a movie because it's so horrific. These people with all this money are doing to these children and other people, exploiting them. I don't know about you, but it seems like every day a new person that I've loved and admired is being drawn into this. They are part of it too. It's kind of heartbreaking, isn't it? But I have a feeling, I don't have a feeling, I know what God told me. It's going to be okay. When he came to speak to me in my heart, I was walking down the street and I was at the sickest I have been. And I wanted to jump in front of oncoming traffic. I was that close. I couldn't believe what had just happened to my life. I just lost everything because of rent increases. I lost my home and I was dying. I still am dying, but I was close to death at that time. Closer than I've ever been. I weighed 80 pounds. And I normally weigh 186 pounds. I'm up to 110 pounds right now, and that's huge. I just keep fighting. So if you're sick out there, just keep fighting. Have a positive attitude. Remember always that your brain will believe whatever you tell it. So if you are sitting there, oh my God, this hurts, or oh my gosh, this is going to be all bad. It really will end up to be just that. It's a mind over matter thing. For me anyway, to stay alive. I should have been dead last year, for sure. Maybe I should give up, I don't know, and just quit already, but because it's certainly not as pleasant as I'd like it to be, but I'm determined now to keep myself alive. But just like all these people that we admired, like Tom Hanks, his son coming out saying that stuff. Will Smith, his son coming out and saying all that stuff. It's just disgusting to me, but what has been happening in our government right in front of our eyes for all this time is disgusting. I mean, Americans are suffering right now. The trillions of dollars that they're finding that's just been misdirected and just thrown away. I wish they'd throw some of that money away for me. I wish they'd throw it away for you too. I think that they should take a couple of those $1 trillion and maybe spread them out amongst the population that's been being robbed. And that would be us. A new thing that I just saw right before I came on here was that this woman who works for Social Security Administration said that the Biden-Harris team, whatever, they were literally trying to encourage with incentives to get these workers to grant long-term Social Security benefits for illegal immigrants. Do you have any idea how ridiculous that is? They also said, that they were bringing all those people in here because we needed the workforce. Well, that doesn't sound like that's what you were doing when you put that little component in it, that, there's whistleblowers coming out now saying, they were pushing us to do this. That means those people would have never had to work or pay any taxes in our country, but they would have been able to live here and live off of our tax dollars forever until they died. That's not okay. It's just not. I mean, if you're disabled, that's one thing, but I know that I have a few friends that are fighting for their Social Security right now, and they've been fighting for a really long time. And to hear that, it just makes me sick to my stomach. If you have an opinion about that, please write it down. I can't answer anybody right now because I can't read any of your comments until I go inside on my computer. But I promise you, if you leave a comment for me, positive or negative, I will respond to you. I really will. It'll be in a couple hours, but I will respond. I just went off on one of the live feeds, another Donald Trump derangement feeds where they're calling him again a dictator over the Russia-Ukraine war. Donald Trump didn't have anything to do with that at all. I don't even believe the war would have started if he would have been in office. So that's one part of it. The other part of it is this. The people who are screaming that, they're not very educated in this whole situation, I don't think. And I don't think I understand it completely, but I do know this, that the United States was part of this. We literally broke the treaties that was made with the USSR. We plowed all of our bases up against Russia. How does anybody think that we would feel if Russia had a bunch of military bases all across Canada and all across our Mexican border, and it enclosed us the way that we have attempted to enclose Russia? I think Ukraine was the last country. And there was no bases supposed to be put up against that border. And yet, check it out. So I don't blame Vladimir Putin for fighting for his own rights, what was promised to them. I don't know how that all happened. I have my own theories about it. In my opinion, I think that that Zelensky had a bunch of stuff on Joe Biden and his son, and he was being blackmailed. That's what I believe. He was being blackmailed by Zelensky, and that's just my opinion. But it would make a lot of sense. As long as we keep funding that war, it's not ever going to end. But now to have Zelensky not want to go to the negotiation tables, when Donald Trump set up them to have a peace agreement meeting, how could you say no when hundreds and thousands of your people have been murdered in war? Like, that's all Zelensky. So talk about a dictator. I'm pretty sure that the people in his country don't feel the same way, because they're not getting all of the brand new real estate homes and waterfront property that he's been able to acquire over the last 4 years. So that's another thing. He doesn't know where any of the money that we've given him went. Well, I knew where it went, and now we're finding out where it went. It went to him and a few other people. I couldn't believe that our country, when we were starving to death, kept sending all that money over there to promote hate. Yeah, so all of it. And I'm almost 60 years old. So I've lived through Watergate. Watergate was the first thing I think I remember in politics. I come from a very political family. Republicans. My grandmother was a balloon girl at Ronald Reagan's inauguration ball. She went around with balloons on her arm, selling drink tickets. I'll never forget, because I got up in the middle of the night. I was at her house, and she was dressed in this gold lame gown. I said, "Grandma, where have you been?" And she was all tipsy. "Oh, this is what I was doing." It was normal, though. You know what I mean? They were wealthy people, and it was normal for her to go to things like that. And she was very, very political. So I'm very proud of her. She was a woman before her time, for sure. But yeah, the Social Security, the amount of money that's going out to people that aren't even alive. There's only 89,000 citizens in the United States right now that are over 100 years old. But yet, there's like 15 billion or 15 million that are getting Social Security that are over 120 years old. That's just ridiculous. 147 is the oldest anyone's ever lived in our country, as far as anybody knows. She was 147 when she passed away. And we're talking about 3 million and more over the age of 150 are getting Social Security benefits. I'm being serious about this. Do you understand how much money that could be divided amongst the rest of us? I remember when they said we were going to get $2,000 a month for Social Security, that big joke lie, for all that time. I was so excited. Oh my God, I wouldn't have to worry anymore, about my rent or electricity or cat food, or I might be okay. No, that didn't happen. But yet all these people were getting benefits that aren't even alive. There was a woman that was, or a man, I don't know which one it was, 334 years old, receiving Social Security benefits. The Social Security Administration started in 1934, which is very ironic, right? The United States wasn't even the United States when this person was born. And they're getting Social Security in our country today. That's just too much. I don't believe that anybody who's legitimately receiving Social Security in our country is going to lose it. That's not what they're after. That's not what they're trying to do. But they do need to, get it straight. Do I want all of our money to go to war stuff? No. I think it should go back to, some of it should go back to all of us. I do. I think they need to come up with a plan to start paying the American people back. If you really want us to trust you again, maybe you should start being honest and open your pockets up a little bit there, Uncle Sam. And maybe give us some respiration, to all of us, because we definitely deserve it. This has been a nightmare. The fact that there's still people that are hating each other over the elections, it's just, I lost my best friend. I lost my very best friend over this last election, and I didn't even fight with her about it at all. We never even talked about it. She just decided that she just didn't want to talk to me anymore, and that was really sad. And there's a lot of other people out there that lost family members because of this, and that's not right. Like I said, I've been alive a long time. I don't ever remember anybody being this angry over elections. I really don't. I know that I was down with Obama. I'm a Republican, and I was down with Obama. If a president was doing good by the country, I was happy no matter which side it was, because I don't believe we have sides, right? We're a united states. We're united. So having two sides is kind of belligerent to me anyway. We should all be on the same side. So anyway, if you're enjoying your day, please continue to do so. Look at the ice on there. It's just now starting to warm back up. I'm going to try and get on here a little bit more. I've also been being hacked on some of my accounts. I lost my Facebook account. And I lost another account my TikTok, which thousands of followers. I'm very devastated about that. I've got a new device, but I'm afraid to put any of my accounts on it because I don't understand the depth that the hacking is. I really don't get it. It's a SIM swap, and it's got a little bit of other stuff in it. So I don't know. I've been very busy and upset about that. But I'm going to try and get on here a lot more. Now, all the things on my channel, they're just for fun. They're comedy. Oh, I do have one more thing to put on here. One more thing, guys, okay? I am so tired of people clickbaiting me, saying that Whoopi Goldberg is finally fired, or that Joy Behar, fled the country and got arrested. I can't stand those women. You have no idea. I think that they are the biggest promoters of hate that our country's ever seen. They're uneducated. They just run out at their mouth. They cause so many problems. They just really do with their propagandas. And yet people want to keep putting this stuff on their thumbnail. I have made myself a vow that every time I see one of those clickbait friggin' thumbnails, I'm going to get on it. I'm going to watch it, and if it's still a lie, I'm going to harass the crap out of whoever's channel that is. I just am. I've already got like 4 different email addresses, and it's not that hard to find a new one. And I'm just going to keep on them for a week straight every day, for hours at a time, just blasting them because I'm sick of it. I don't even get excited anymore when I see that Whoopi Goldberg got fired because I know it's a lie. And it's making me so mad because I get so happy, and it's just not true. So if you don't like Whoopi Goldberg either, there you go. Like, aren't you getting sick of it? People who clickbait in that degree, with all of it, with the Justin Bieber, just fled the country or, whatever, just start harassing these people till they stop doing that. Because it should be illegal too. I'm sorry. I'm a content creator. I don't do that. I have done that, but when I saw how bad it was, I think I did it twice on 2 different things, period, because people just get pissed off, like I am, by clicking on those friggin' sites. But once again, I'm going to say good day. Look forward to me responding to anybody who bothered to leave a comment, because I promise you I'm going to. Just can't do it like this. Anyway, I love you guys. I hope that you're having a blessed day. Keep the smiles on your face. It'll be over soon. Hopefully, right? God bless you all.